Alright, hello, it is me, Pippi. Welcome to week 7 of the Unaware Draft League. After winning last week, I'm now 3-3, which means I basically only have to win one more of my 2 matches in order to qualify for the playoffs, but both my remaining matches are really tough, so I definitely want to do that, but it won't be easy. This week I'm playing AP, coach of the Toronto Take Hearts. His team consists of Terra Regieleki, Meowscarada, Gliscor, Primarina, Heatran, Galarian Weezing, Archaludon, Lycanroc Dusk, Poltegeist, and Spidops. Obviously, the top 3 are all really scary. Heatran is someone who screwed me over in draft before, and Galarian Weezing I really wanted to draft myself but got sniped. So yeah, lots of threats on this team, so now let me show what I am bringing. Alright, up first I'm bringing a Focus Sash Blastoise. The moveset is Shell Smash, Ice Spinner, Aqua Jet, and Earthquake. I had a few people tell me to go special here, but I really like Aqua Jet, especially with Torrent after the Aqua Jet has been activated. It's a great way to get some damage on Regieleki. Ice Spinner is great to one-shot Gliscor, and Earthquake is great on the Archaludon. So I really like the physical moveset, and I think the priority on Aqua Jet is really important. Up next, Daniel the Jirachi holding a Colbur Berry. I think this is probably my lead. The moveset is Drain Punch, Ice Punch, U-Turn, Stealth Rock. This just hits everything pretty well, and with that Colbur Berry, I can live a knockoff from Meowscarada and kind of try to figure out what the Meowscarada set is. Next, I've got my favorite Iron Valiant set, Choice Specs, with Vacuum Wave, Aura Sphere, Moonblast, and Psychic. This thing just hits everyone incredibly hard. I think even the Moonblast is like 2 shots like a bulky Assault Vest or Archaludon, depending on the investment. So yeah, I'm really excited to use this. And Vacuum Wave, it will do like 50 to non-Terra Regieleki, and it could one-shot like a Terra Ice Regieleki, which is definitely a possibility. Then I've got Mandibuzz wearing heavy-duty boots, classic Mandibuzz set, U-Turn, Defog Roost, and Foul Play. In case of a Swords Dance Gliscor, Foul Play is a great way to kind of win that 1v1, or at least, you know, chip it down enough so that someone else can have the win. Then I have Fiona the Ogerpon holding Leftovers. Moveset is Stomping Tantrum, Substitute, IV Cudgel, Swords Dance. This thing just kind of gets me some chip so that my Blastoise, my Iron Valiant, or my Landorus, who's coming up, can kind of finish the game and get that big damage. But you know, with a Swords Dance, this thing could, you know, run a train too. And then I have Landorus holding a Mirror Herb. So the Mirror Herb could either copy a Rapid Spin from Regieleki or even a Shell Smash from Poltegeist. And once it does get one of those boosts, it could do a lot. Terra Ice is for Gliscor, and the moveset is Stealth Rock, Earthquake, U-Turn, and Terra Blast. So I am doubling up on Stealth Rocks this week, but I do think if I'm defogging with Mandibuzz, that could be worth it. So yeah, I think this is kind of a high-risk, high-reward, you know, type of team. So I'm hoping that it goes well. And yeah, we'll get to the match now. All right, here we go. So they brought Aleki, Meow, Arch, which I wasn't exactly expecting, Gliscor, Primarina, and Heatran. A little surprised to see Galarian Weezing stay home, and also Poltegeist, but that's okay. And they are Terra Ice Aleki. So I'm gonna stick with my plan. I think I just lead Jirachi up. With really their only rapids, their only hazard removal is the Aleki. So I think I will just go with my planned Jirachi lead, get my rocks up, and kind of see what happens from there. If they lead Meow, I might be tempted to click U-Turn turn 1. Because that could be a really good like early kill. So let's see. So they send out Reginald the Aleki. They lead with their Aleki. Okay. And I lead with Jirachi, so that's interesting. So I didn't quite expect this matchup to happen, to be honest. And they are Terra Ice, so they could be like screens in this case then. Let's see. I could start by getting my Drain Punch, my Ice Punch, or just U-turning, or getting rocks up. It feels a little... It doesn't feel exactly smart to get to get rocks up. Although maybe what I'll do is I'll get rocks up and I'll maybe bait the rapid spin into... Oh, so they just volt switch turn 1. Okay. And that does pretty significant damage. Okay. Now, if they do go into their Meow, I think I can still tank a knockoff here. And that's kind of who I expect to come out. Let's see. Yeah, the knockoff, I should always live that. It's like, unless it's choice band, I mean, I guess if it's adamant, it might kill. But if it's just like a typical fast Meowscarada, anything other than choice band should not kill my Jirachi here. So let's see who they go. They go to Archaludon. Okay. So they bring out their Archaludon. This thing definitely is a little tricky to play around. I don't want to U-turn because I don't want to give them the stamina boost. I don't really think this thing can hurt Ogerpon too much. And Ogerpon does do decent chip, especially after a Swords Dance, which I can probably afford to get up. Yeah, I think I'll hard switch to Ogerpon here. I have rocks, which is nice. They might actually get their own rocks up here. They might go for an Electro Shot. I don't really know exactly what their plan is with this thing. Let's see. So they do go for the Electro Shot, so they're Power Herb Electro Shot. Okay. So there's the special attack boost, and there's the Power Herb. All right. Kind of thinking maybe I should have had an Assault Vest user against this team, but that really doesn't do much. Obviously their Dragon Pulse will be significant now. How exactly does Stomping Tantrum work? Doesn't it get like a boost if like something weird is happening? I don't actually know. I can't check now. Wait, check summary. Okay, let's see. I should know how the moves I'm bringing work. Well, whatever, I can't check. Okay, this thing is pretty bulky, my Ogerpon, so I think I'm gonna go for this... Oh, I can't Terrastallize. Nope, don't Terrastallize, but I'm going to Swords Dance, right? I don't have Terrast... No Terrastallize, okay. I'm gonna click Swords Dance. I think I can live one move from this thing, even if it's like a strong Dragon Pulse. That Electro Shot really did not do much. Oh, they Draco. Up, okay. Alright, that's on me. That's on me. Alright, so that's Ogerpon really doing nothing. Dies to Arch. Okay, so that's not the best start, honestly. Okay, what do I know? I know this thing is not Assault Vest then. So, in that case, let's see. Who do they... They don't really have anyone besides Heatran who wants to take the Moonblast. Or I could go for this Earthquake. Oh, it's a tough call. The Earthquake is probably not killing. But here's the thing. I think I do go Lando here because if their switch-in is Gliscor, as I expect it to be, it doesn't really matter that I'm missing that this EQ will do nothing. So yeah, so I'm assuming Gliscor is going to come in here. Maybe Heatran comes in with a balloon. Yeah, I'd rather see Gliscor here. That's fine. That's fine. I honestly could have hard predicted that. So are they going to protect here is my question. I still think I'd rather just Terrastallize and threaten the Terra Blast, even if they do protect, and then I can U-turn next turn if they like protect and they see that I have this one shot on them. Because this Ice Terra Blast, it's always going to KO. I mean, it's a Gliscor. It's 4 times effective because of the ground flying type. Okay, so not great to lose Ogerpon this early. Alright, here's my Terra. And we'll also find out if this is a fast Gliscor if they don't go... Well, I guess if they don't go for Protect, it doesn't really matter. Oh, they don't go for Protect. Wow. Okay, so this should be a one-shot, I imagine. Yep, I can't imagine any world where it's not. Alright, Gliscor is dead. So Lando has kind of done what he needed to do. Awesome work, Lando. Very cool. Obviously, the downside is that now I am able to get hit by electric moves by Alecki. But I feel like if Alecki comes in, it's going to want to probably Rapid Spin. Alright, there is Archaludon. Okay, so I guess the thing is that now this thing gets a free Flash Cannon onto me and probably KOs me, but Earthquake is still going to do significant damage. We've already seen its Power Herb, so it can't be Shuka Berry or anything. So... oh, just barely not enough. That's so annoying, and now the Flash Cannon definitely kills. Oh wait, my defense boost. That does nothing. That does nothing for me. Darn it. That's so annoying. Okay, well that's a one-shot. Well, Lando kind of got rid of Gliscor, which is kind of what it needed to do. Arch is doing big work into me right now. All right. What is your speed, Blastoise? I know I made you pretty fast. You're 275. Is that enough to always outspeed a, basically anything here? No, it doesn't necessarily outspeed. Arch. Okay. It sucks that Heatran and Prim are alive, because I can't let... It's at this moment, like, Val can't, like, go all in with Vacuum Waves or Moonblasts yet. But once it can, I think Val could do significant damage. Alright, so I will just, yeah, I think I just always Drain Punch here. Yep. I get like a teensy bit of health back. And honestly, okay, I got 2 health back, literally. But honestly, that could be helpful if it's a powerful, if it's like an expert Belt Meowscarada or something weird like that. But I don't know. Okay, these rocks are clutch right now. I'm really glad I got them up. Okay, so Arch is dead to Jirachi. Here is Alecki. Okay, so we've seen this thing Volt Switch. I mean, at this point, Jirachi has done a lot of good work. I think I will just opt to U-turn, get a little chip. I've seen that this thing is... okay, this might be a KO, honestly. Yeah. Jeez, this game is going quick. Okay, Regieleki with a kill on Jirachi. Alright. Now, this is the point where, like, I wish I had some chip on this Alecki. He hasn't really had to Terra yet, which is unfortunate. Because if so, my Iron Valiant would just do, like, big work. Let's see. Vacuum Wave just isn't enough yet. I could go to this thing and Aura Sphere, but to be honest, this could be like Magnet or something. Oof, I don't know what to do, honestly. Okay. $270. Okay, I think after Blastoise gets a Shell Smash off. The thing is, I think he Volt Switches on Blastoise. Okay. This might be kind of crazy, but I think he's going to Volt Switch here, and I think that I would rather Mandibuzz take the Volt Switch, because basically these are my 2 who I need to do big work, so I'm doubling up. Hopefully they Volt Switch, hopefully they don't Thunderbolt, and this wasn't a waste. They Volt Switch. Okay, so that's decent for me. Only because now Blastoise, like Blastoise didn't waste his Focus Sash quite yet. I think I need a little more chip before I can Focus Sash and not Shell Smash. So let's see who they go here. They'll probably go Prim, who can most likely Moonblast me and get the KO. Hopefully they don't have sub Prim. That would be tough. Humid. That is Heatran. Okay, and Heatran takes rocks. I'm pretty slow, so I think I should usually... I'm just going to U-turn and hope I'm slower. Okay, Magma Storm, that might KO. No, I live. Okay. Now this thing could be Rocky Helmet, so I might actually die here. Let's see. Nope. Okay. So Heatran speed, Heatran is like always faster than I expect him to be. So 278. So he why did I let him outspeed my Blastoise? Okay, well that's unfortunate. So basically, I feel like I'm in a spot right now where I probably have to click I probably have to click Aura Sphere here, because Moonblast just does literally nothing. But then Aura Sphere is going to do nothing to Prim, who most likely comes in. And it's like, do I want to take the risk and go for the Moonblast? But I don't really know if I can. So I'm gonna have to risk it here. I do have the Mandibuzz as a sack, which is kind of helpful. Okay, so there's the withdraw. So that sucks. Maybe I should have gone for the Moonblast. Yeah, Ariana. That name just screams Prim. So this Aura Sphere is gonna do nothing. Yeah, like literally nothing. All right. Ugh, this is not going great, to be honest. The Archaludon really just kind of, I mean, obviously it was gonna come. It's a great Pokemon, but it just put a bit of a pin in my plans, to be honest. All right, let's see. This thing goes for Moonblast. Okay. Now, I guess the question is, what can Blastoise do at this point to a Primarina? My gut tells me not a ton. So if I'm +2 on Earthquake, I will do like 75. Or I could go Val and Moonblast. But that kind of reveals that I'm Specs. Alright, I think, unfortunately, I need to play it this way. I think I need to play it with him. I need to Shell Smash here. They're probably just going to stay in, so here's my Shell Smash. Now, the only good thing about that Shell Smash is that it will weaken my defenses, which might put me in Torrent, which could be a factor for the Alecki. So they flip turn, and that breaks my Focus Sash, and that really sucks. Okay, so now they probably go... The thing is, I do hit everybody pretty hard right now. So they go into Mink. We have not seen that is the Meowscarada. Okay. And they're not Boots. So this Ice Spinner could KO. They might be like whatever the berry is that weakens ice moves. They're freaking Scarf. Oh man. And that's gonna be it. That's the game. Ugh. I should have expected Scarf. Okay. So they're just Grass now, so their Flower Trick doesn't necessarily KO me, but then Alecki certainly does. So how much do my Vacuum Waves do? My Vacuum Waves don't do horrible damage. I guess that's probably my best bet to maybe get more than one KO here. So they accept this might just KO, honestly. Oh, no, it didn't. Actually lived pretty well. So all I can click is Vacuum Wave at this point. So they probably do just go into Prim. Nope, they decide to give me the kill. Okay, so I got a kill on Meow, Arch, Gliscor, but now Prim will come in and tank this thing. Ugh, so close, but just so far at the same point. Yep, that does literally nothing. And the Moonblast calls it a kill. Alright. Sheesh. That was brutal, honestly. Yeah, so my prep just didn't pay off there. Honestly, the flip turn breaking my Focus Sash was kind of what did me in more than anything. If I had somehow read that and maybe switched to Val, I maybe could have had a shot, but even then the combo of Prim and Heatran, I think I just didn't account for how powerful it would really be into my team, so... Alright, well, I'm basically at the point now where I think I have to win next week in order to qualify for playoffs. So that's kind of that. But yeah, hopefully I can do that, and I'll be back next week. Bye.